Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Everyday October, where I am posting a new cruelty-free makeup review every single day in the month of October. And in today's video I am very excited. I'm going to be diving into the Christmas collection from Cosmic Beauty. So this is the Starlight Society collection. They launched this beautiful treasure chest with a full collection in it. I do believe that they will be launching the eyeshadow palette separately. Currently, as I'm filming this, you can only buy the palette in the collection. So, of course, I got the whole collection because I was always going to do that, and I am very excited about all of the products that are in here. So, this does come, like I say, with the regular 20 pan palette down in the bottom here. We'll be getting into that, doing swatches, the whole thing, trying it on, etc. And in the top, if I just open this up so that I don't blind you, because obviously it's the middle of the night and I've got all of my lights on, in the top of the trunk here we have got a highlighter trio palette, 2 tinted lip oils, 2 liquid lipsticks and 3 metallic gel eyeliners. Yes, I'm very excited about those. So let me get everything out of this packaging. I'm going to have to find somewhere to display this, like a pride of place. I might have to clear a shelf or something because this packaging is just beautiful. And yes, it does match my dress. Yes, I did do that on purpose. So let's get everything out of this box and we can get into some swatches. I'm very excited about this collection, in case you can't tell. Okay, so first up is the matte liquid lipsticks. So we have got Eternal and on Andromeda. Don't know how to say that. Don't know how to pronounce it, but even the outer packaging that the products come in is beautiful. Like, ultimately, you're probably just going to throw this away, but they don't scrimp on the packaging. So, ooh, a nice cool toned pink, and then Eternal, I do believe is more of like a brownie nude. Yeah, still cool toned but more brown. Then the tinted lip oils are in the same outer packaging. Is the inner packaging the same? So we have got Ritual. Ooh, a deep, almost like berry tone. Very nice. And then Spellbound. Ooh. Is this a black? Oh my goodness, it's like a dark navy blue with glitter in it. Okay, let's put a bit of this on now. Why not? I will put one of the liquid lipsticks on at the end. Ooh, these smell good. I can't quite place what the smell is, but smells good. Okay, so it's not like crazy blue. It's a little bit, leaves a little tint of blue on the lips. That feels lovely. That feels really nice and hydrating, and I can't feel the glitter in there, which I was slightly worried about given how glittery it is. But that feels lovely. Then let's get into the highlighter palette. So this is a highlighter trio. I have another one of these, which was from the Delicious Delights collection, and I wear it all the time, on my eyes mainly. But let's get into this one. So this is called Astral Radiance. Ooh, I could use this on my cheeks. So we've got one that's just like a plain sort of champagne-y colour. This one in the middle has a crazy shift to it. And then more of like a bronzy shade. I would use this on the eyes. Okay, that middle shade, absolutely. Right as the like inner corner. Beautiful. Then, did I say before that this was a trio? There's 4. It's a quad of metallic gel liners, and I will swatch these out for you. So there's Sunburst, Astral, Whimsical, and Charms. Okay, let's swatch them. Okay, so this is what the pencil looks like. I love I love the design of it. I love that they have put the little band around the bottom for each colour, so you don't have to open each pencil to figure out which shade is which. These are mechanical, so you can twist them up, twist them down. You don't have to sharpen them. And then this is what all of the colours look like. They were very, very creamy. Very, like they went on very, very smoothly. And I really, really like that colour selection as well. I love that gold. Yes, that would match the stars on my dress nicely. And then the palette. The Starlight Society palette. The reason that we are all here, I appreciate. So this is another one that they have done portrait. Usually they do them in a landscape orientation. This one is the same as the Lovers that they brought out earlier this year. It is the other way around. I don't have any sort of preference. I like both. And then this is what the colour story looks like. I love the warmer tones, obviously the purples and the blues. I love the pastels. I just think that this palette is beautiful and I'm very, very excited to swatch her out. So I'm going to go ahead and do the swatches because nobody needs to see me struggle with this for 45 minutes. So I will be right back when I have done some swatches and we can see the shifts in some of these shades because I am very, very excited. So this is what the palette looks like all swatched out. I am very interested in some of these pastel-y shades. I will say I do feel like it's very light and then dark and there isn't very much in between necessarily. I really, really like the mustardy shade. Some of these shimmers are very, very shifty as well, and I really hope that you can see how shifty they are. It's very hard to show shifty shades with the amount of studio lights that I have on in front of me, but that is the whole palette swatched out. And let's come up with some sort of look. So I already have the Beauty Bay eyeshadow primer all over the lid and I did scrub down my Cosmic Beauty brushes. This is the 7-piece, 5-piece, I can't remember. I have multiple of some of these. Highly, highly recommend the brushes from Cosmic Beauty. I've had these for 2 years, a year and a bit. I can't remember, I've had them for a while and they clean up really, really well. So I'm going to start with one of the more fluffy brushes. This is CB1 and I am going to start with Patchwork, which is, I won't show you on there because you won't be able to see. This one, this like mid-toned warm brown. I'm just going to dip into that one lightly and I will wiggle this through the mid part of the crease. That shade's pretty, and like if you haven't tried the Cosmic Beauty eyeshadows, they're incredible. They are such a beautiful formula. They are very, very pigmented, but also they just blend beautifully. I really, really love them. Like I say, the Christmas collection that I tested last year, which was the 'Tis the Season, that was my #1 palette of the year. And this one could very, very well be my #1 palette for 2025. I love this colour story. I really, really love it. I love the warm tones with the purples and the blues. It's delicious to me. So let's tickle this out a little bit, but one shade in, happy so far. So let's go in with something a little bit smaller. This is a CB3 and let's do something nice and bright in there. Oh, it's got to be that Daydreamer, that bright blue pastel. It's got to be, hasn't it? So taking that one in the inner part of the crease. That's nice and bright. I like that a lot. That colour is packing on really, really nicely. Look how bright that is. I mean, if you've seen my channel before, you know I love a pastel blue inner corner. It just does something to me. I love it. So I'm just going back in with a little bit more of that patchwork shade, that mid warm brown. Tickling that back over just to blend the two together a little bit. But I'm happy with those. I have no idea what I actually want to do, and I am literally in the process of doing it. So, what do I want to do? Let's go in with a teeny tiny little tapered brush. This is one of my favourites. I have multiple of these, the CB4. You can buy these individually as well. I highly recommend the CB4. I love this one. So let's go in with tassels. This like darker, plummy purple matte. So far these are all just mattes. That is incredibly pigmented. And let's put this further out here. I literally tapped into that once. The pigment in these is incredible. I will bring that down onto the lid as well. So I have started to sort of wing that shape out a little bit, but that's so nice and dark and intense, and they're blending together so beautifully. So now what do I want to do? I'm trying to figure out what shimmer I want to use. There's just so many options. I am very interested in stained glass, which is this one here. And if I just wiggle my finger in there a little bit, look at that shade. It's so many different colours all at once. So do I put that like further out and then maybe Starlight Society further in? We can try. So I'm just gonna tap that. Yes, pigment is incredible. There's probably enough there for both eyes. Yeah, there definitely will be. So I will tap that over basically all of those mattes as well on the outer corner. Yeah, and then I will take Starlight Society. Oh, my nails are getting long. Complaining about my nails again. Let me take that on my ring finger. Might be able to get a little bit closer. Yes, there we go. It's really nice and bright. If I just tap over. Yeah, I really like these shades. This Starlight Society is almost a little bit sheer. Like I could see how this would go over the top of some of the other shimmers and duochromes and things, and it would sort of adapt to like the undertones that are in it. So I'm just going to go back in with that brush just to tap out the edges of that darker multichrome, that stained glass shade, just to blend that in a little bit. And then the blue one further in. Then I'm just taking some more of that Starlight Society shade on a brush to sort of disperse that up over those matte shades above the crease, so you can see that beautiful shifty shimmer when the eyes are open. I think I just want to intensify that stained glass shade a little bit more, because that one is very shifty. Yeah, I do like that shade. I don't usually use a dark shimmer, but this one is just so many different colours. I can't help myself. It's very pretty. So just tapping that over. And then I'll tap over with that brush just to soften the edges a little bit. Yes. I am happy with that. I just want a little bit more of that nice bright blue matte shade right on the inner part of the crease. I really like that pop. That is such a beautiful blue. I love the undertone of it as well. It's actually a little bit deeper than what I would usually use. Not quite as pastel, but still very, very bright. Still light enough for me for an inner corner. Very, very pretty. So I am going to go ahead and clean this up, and then I think I want to do a wing, perhaps with the purple metallic gel liner. But I will clean all of this up. I will do the rest of the face and then we can finish it up together. But so far, I love it. But we all knew that I would, because I'm predictable. I will be right back. Okay, so that is the rest of the face done, and I thought I better just finish the eyes before I do any sort of liner or anything like that. So I'm just going to, what am I gonna do? Let's go in with Patchwork, that brownie shade that we put sort of here. I want something nice and warm under the eye, so going in with a bit of that one all the way along the lower lash line, and I will, oh, that is a nice lower lash line shade. I like that a lot, so I will run that over that outer corner as well, soften that down a little bit. Gosh, my eyes are looking so red. It is the middle of the night, and I am highly caffeinated, in case you can't tell. So let's run this all the way along, and then I will take the same brush and just go into a little bit of Tassels, that darker matte shade that we put on the outer corner, and I will just smoke that out a little bit, just right on the outer corner. This is a very dark, very smoky look for like literally 10 o'clock at night. So how are you spending your Friday night? Because what do you mean you're not filming yourself putting on makeup that you're literally immediately going to take off? That is my life. I love it. I love it here. I love makeup. I'm thrilled. So I'm happy with that whole under eye. I'm going to just go in with a little bit more of that bright blue right onto the inner corner. Also along the lower lash line a little bit. Just join it up with what we've already got. Nice, nice and bright. I do really love a bright blue inner corner, so we all knew that this was basically the look that I was going to do, but I think I want to put a little bit of Stardust. Do I just use the same brush? No, let's use something teeny tiny. So we have got the CB5, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that Stardust shade and pop that just a little bit right here. Okay, that is bright. That is very, very bright. That is exactly what I wanted right on that inner corner. Yes. Yep. Oh, I love it. I love it. Why are my eyes so red? I know why. I'm not even going to answer that. So let's go in with, I want to use the purple metallic gel liner, and I think I will squiggle this along the lash line and then try and wing it out a little bit with a brush. So again, this is a Cosmic brush. This is the CB6. So let me get my other little mirror and let's scribble this along the lash line. I don't suppose you'll be able to see it a great deal, but I'll know it's there. Oh, no, you can see that. Okay, these are very pigmented. Okay, I'll wing it out a little bit this way. And then take the brush and I'll like smudge this in a little bit. I don't want too precise of a line. Something nice and smudgy and smoky. That is, I mean, you can tell a difference there between the side that's got the liner and the side that hasn't. It is very dark. It's catching the light beautifully though. That's a really, really pretty liner. Yeah, I like that purple liner. Then I think I want to use the bright white one, which was Whimsical. Shall we put a little bit of that in the waterline? Is this a mistake? Oh well, you only live once. Do I live by that motto? No, not usually. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's doing something, isn't it? I mean, it's making my eyes look more red, but also I am sticking a pencil in them, so that is really nice and bright. Okay. I just need to tap that in there where it got a little bit low. My eyes look so red. I need some eye drops. It's not doing the look any justice. So let me go ahead and do some mascara and then we can try one of the liquid lipsticks. Do I want the pink one? Or do I want the brown one? Probably the pink, but let me do some mascara and I'll be right back. There we go, so mascara is done. Top and bottom lashes, always. So let's do, I think I want to do the pink. So let me just wipe off that lip oil, which I can still absolutely feel on my lips. It's still really nice and hydrating. I really, really like that formula. I am a big fan. So I'll just wipe that off. And let's go in with, oh, what shade was this? Andromeda. Is that how you say it? I don't know. So, don't really have a very strong fragrance, the liquid lipsticks, which is my preference because sometimes liquid lipsticks smell so bad and so strongly of like a fake sweet vanilla that it makes me gag. But these ones don't really smell very much at all. So, let's see. Oh, okay, pigment. Ooh, that colour is a lot more dark and vampy than what I was expecting. Okay. It feels very thin, almost more like an ink lip stain sort of feeling. I can't really feel it on my lips. I'm not sure that this is my colour, but that formula feels incredible. That is one of the most comfortable liquid lipsticks, matte liquid lipsticks that I've ever tried. Yeah, I'm not sure on the colour, especially with this amount of va-va-voom on the eyes. But you know what, that colour, just with a black wing and lots of mascara, Absolutely. But I love how that feels. That is very, very comfortable. So let's zoom out and we can try one of the highlights on the cheeks. I don't know how I'm going to feel, but we can try it. So let's go in with this more nudie shade, which is called Sunbeam. Ooh, that looks very, very pigmented. Okay, so if I angle myself here. Yes, that is blinding. Okay, that is always... I got way too much on my brush. Okay, let me just wipe that off on my blanket because yes, it is freezing in my room. That is glittery. You could see that it was going to be glittery from just looking at it in the pan. But that is beautiful. Okay, let me... I can't think straight. Let me get my mirror. Okay. That almost has a bit of like a pink reflect to it. That is very, very pretty. I couldn't necessarily see that that was going to reflect pink on just looking at it in the pan, but that is very, very pretty. Blinding. Yep, I'm a big fan. I would probably use these on the eyes more than on the cheeks. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of a colourful highlighter. I would wear this one, this Moonbeam shade, but Starlight reflects very, very blue, and obviously Sunbeam isn't made for my skin tone, so I wouldn't use that as a highlight. It wouldn't be bright enough for my skin tone. But on a deeper skin tone, oh my goodness, that would look incredible. That like warm, bronzy, little bit peachy. Yes, that would look incredible. So that is the Starlight Society collection. All of the swatches, which are now all the way up my sleeve. That's fine, I was putting this dress into the wash anyway. So that is everything. I would love to hear what you think of the look. I would love to hear if you have picked up the collection, what you think of it. Are you waiting for the palette to be released separately? I will probably, well, I will post over on Instagram when the eyeshadow palette is available separately to the whole collection, because I do feel like a lot of people are probably waiting for that. I appreciate it's a big chunk of money. Like, obviously it's a big chunk of money getting the whole collection, and you don't necessarily need 4 lip products, the palette, the highlight palette, and the eyeliners. It will probably make more sense for a lot of people just to get the palette if that is what you're interested in, but I would love to know what you think of everything in the collection. I'm thrilled. I am very, very excited about the eyeliners. They are beautiful and so, so reflective. I appreciate you can't see them currently because we've got a very dark look on, but I think that they are beautiful. They're a beautiful formula. Obviously the eyeshadow palette is the formula that we all know and love from Cosmic. It is beautiful. The highlight is beautiful. Honestly, this lip is so comfortable. I am shocked at how pigmented that is and how matte that looks, but I can't feel it. It feels like nothing. It feels so lightweight and just feels like nothing at all. So I would love to hear what you think. I will leave this linked down below. I don't currently have a discount code with Cosmic. I always use Kerry K, but there are others available. If you want to find one, you will be able to very, very easily, but that is the one that I always use. And that is everything. I am gonna go take all of this off and get into my bed now, but I hope that you've had a fantastic, fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another Everyday October video. Bye bye.